welcome back to another edition of The Morning You.
Yes, people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to United View. Happy Monday, people. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you're feeling good. We're halfway through the international break. It's that bit where there's been no Premier League talk, no Premier League football for the whole week. You get to the weekend and obviously the internationals kick in even more. And you're like, why? Like, hurry up. Little bit of international drama going on, but we're nearly over the hump. Man. Couple more international days left as you get towards Wednesday. And then the players start coming back, man. Smash a like on the video, man. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Solo settings this morning. I want to hear from you guys. Who's watching? Where are you guys at, actually? Who's in here? You know what I'm saying? Steffi's in here. Mr. Miracle, I see you, bro. Nikhil S, I see you. Aslan, I see you as always. All Elite, always there. Says morning, family. There have been too many updates to this whole story for there not to be some truth to this. I reckon the Glazers selling by 2027 is a strong rumor. We're going to talk about that. Baba Flossie is in there as well. Everybody in there. MA, big up to you. AJ, I see you. Kristen, still heavy in the APA agency. Shout out to you. Fly Boys, I see you, man. And we got, like I said, Tabs, I see you there. Javid. Everybody there, man. Everybody there. So make yourself welcome. Relax yourselves. We are going to talk about could the Glazers sell by 2027. I have to talk a little bit about that. Charlotte Dunker and people from the Mirror, John Cross. There was quite a few people suggesting that could happen. I want to talk about Maguire's new deal as well. That kind of got lost in translation when the Glazer stuff started. It was Turki Al-Sheikh who kind of broke that silence and then made us divert from that. But I never really got a chance to talk about the Harry Maguire situation. Steve Parrish was on TalkSport, I think, the day before yesterday. Talking about Adam Wharton. Then I saw the Mirror do like a piece about a 60 million potential bid. Kobbie Mainoo's been working hard in strength and conditioning. So there's loads to get into. But before we get into it, we've got to make sure we're in the right shape. I'm trying to do my best OWEN right now. We've got to make sure that we're ready to receive the information. And to receive the information, we need to be optimized. Today's video is sponsored by our friends at Oxford Natural and their all-new natural supplement, Optimum Day and Night. Thousands across the UK, USA, and beyond are smashing their health goals with Oxford Natural. Optimum Day gives you steady energy, curbs your cravings, and keeps your metabolism firing all day. Optimum Night helps you relax, get restorative sleep, recover, and keep burning fat while you rest. It's not a magic pill, but it will help you reach your health goals. Check out some of the incredible results. Two of our own, OWEN, lost over 100 pounds in 10 months. And KG dropped 30 pounds in 4 months. In 8 months, football legend Michael Owen lost 35 pounds. And Robbie from AFTV, Don Robbie, lost over 80 pounds. And in 6 months, Anita, an award-winning immigration lawyer, lost 44 pounds. And Linda, a law firm executive, lost over 50 pounds. No gimmicks, no needles, just results. Oxford Natural, let's get to work. All Elite knows it. He says that segue, very nice. Listen, nowhere near Owen's level of segueing, yeah? But I'm trying a thing. Of course, you can get your Optimum Day and Night, as I did say in that video. You can scan the QR code right over there, yeah? See it there in the corner? Bottom right-hand corner for you guys. Get going. Use code UV to save up to 70% on your first order, or you can click the link in the video description below to get to the landing page. You've got your Optimum Day. That, of course, helps you with your fat burning, helps you with your sugar cravings. It's got your green tea extract, your berberine inside there, all natural, of course. And you've got your Optimum Night that helps you get that sleep, that REM sleep, that deep sleep. Do you know what I'm saying? Berberine in there, magnesium. I know that's very good for sleep. Ashwagandha. I know that's very good for sleep as well. So you can get your Oxford Natural supplements. Join us along the way as well. And make sure that you are having, you know what I'm saying, your hard work. You're putting in the work. Yeah. Don't try and take your supplements and be like, oh, no, I'm not losing weight. No. Yeah. Sort out your diet. Get in the gym. Get active. Yeah. Play sports. Do what you need to do. Yeah, healthy meals and all of that stuff. And this can help you along the way. And you can also get them separately as well. If you want to focus more on your sleep and you know that's not really working for you and you're struggling in that area and that's one of your biggest issues, Optimum Night's going to be the one for you if you're struggling with those sugar cravings and those peaks of wanting sugar during the day and fat burning, then Optimum Day is going to be for you as well. So make sure you guys use the links to get into that. First super chat of the day, Shyam says, Glazers will sell, but my mind is on how to beat the Scousers. Let's go United. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that as well, because we have got Liverpool out of the international break as well. Let's start off with the Glazers situation. And, there was something from John Cross. He's a big journalist. He's not really one that everyone goes to Manchester United for. But, it was interesting to see, and others, I'll talk about others, but saying the Glazers are open to selling their stake in Manchester United for offers exceeding 5 billion. And The Athletic was the one that we were really looking at sort of a day and a half ago. They were saying the Glazers are reportedly considering selling Man United before 2027 to maximize profits. This is where it got a bit mad, though. Potential buyers include Sheikh Jassim from Qatar. Remember that guy? Remember Sheikh Jassim? UAE groups, investors from Saudi Arabia, and several private equity firms. And that source was from The Athletic. So that was the one where my ears kind of pricked up a little bit, because it kind of died down after Turkey Al Sheikh's claims and, information that he put out. And then The Athletic went kind of one further, but they wanted to get their 10 pence in, big. We know how reliable The Athletic are and the sources that they have. They're very reputable. And they're saying the Glazers are reportedly considering selling Man United before 2027 to maximize profits. And of course, we know about the clause with Sir Jim, where they can force him to sell his shares. Essentially, they don't have to tell him anything. They can force him to sell his shares, which would be crazy, because he wouldn't have any say over that. But the drag-along rights is what's there, and that's why February 2027 is a notable date. Shout out Mark Critchley and Dan Sheldon. They did a piece on this about why it's so important, and that's why there's this talk about February 2027, right? And look, I still believe if the right money comes in, I do think the Glazers will sell the club. I do. I think the reason why they didn't sell it the whole time before was because that whole bid of what they expect Manchester United to be, the valuation, it wasn't met. The valuation wasn't met. So on one hand, it feels like very much, they're never gonna sell. What's the point? Believe it when I see it. And there is a lot of that because, they've been here a long time and we got really close last time and they still stayed in a majority capacity. But the truth of the matter is, like Lil Yo-Yo just said there, no one paid up. No one paid up. So to me, I don't think this is like a huge revelation. I think it's interesting that we're getting towards this drag-along clause, which is, in that time whereby there's a period of, remember when there was a period of exclusivity where it was like, okay, they're now locked in and talking to only Ineos. Well, this is a period of exclusivity back the other way, where the Glazers have this clause, which seems quite common in business, where they can sell to a favorable buyer if it meets their valuation. And Sir Jim can do nothing about it. They can just pull up one day and say, just to let you know, Jim, big up for the investment and all them things there. But actually, we are selling to this consortium in the UAE that's made up of Dubai and Abu Dhabi and Ras Al Khaimah and wherever else in the UAE, right? We're doing that. And we're accepting a bid for, I don't know, £8 billion. $8 billion. So you got to sell your shares, bro. And Sir Jim could be essentially left with nothing. I mean, sure, you'd like to think there's something that protects him in that situation. If he's bought, 25% ish, I think it's 25 point something percent. Someone who is one of the scholars, the finance scholars, put it in the chat. What is the exact percentage Sir Jim's got? But let's just say it's 25%. And it was for roughly 1.2 something billion. I want to say as well, off the top of my head. Someone correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I think it's about that. He must have something that protects him for his investment. Surely. I mean, that's not what we're hearing. 27% says Aria, thank you. That's not what we're hearing. We're here. 30%. What is it? It's going to start getting a bit mad. 27.7 for 1.25 billion. I do remember the 1.25 billion. So 1.25 billion for just under 30% of the club. And it would be mad for him to have, he put 50 million into Carrington. I think, didn't he put like 200 million in? I remember reading that at a time when it was to help with a few debts plus the running of the club. Yeah, shout out Tavares. We might need to get Kieran Maguire back on. You've been saying that for a while. We'll try and get him back on. He's a busy man, but we'll try and get him back on. I'll shout him. And he's put quite a bit in, really. He's put more than the Glazers have put in, probably for their whole time here. And listen, I'm not Sir Jim's biggest fan. I think there's a lot there where he's waffling. But if you just look at action, he has taken 250 million pound of his own out of his own pocket and obviously parted with 1.25 billion in order to purchase that 27+%. So he has put his money where his mouth is. I'll give him that. But to have put that money in there, he's leaving himself open and he could get burnt. He could get burnt, bro. Like Show says there. If you get into bed with the Glazers, you can't be sorry for him if you get stabbed in the back. And I hear that because like we've said, bro, that the Glazers have played this completely right. Yeah, so Jim got scammed. If they sell to somebody else in that time, he would have got scammed because they would have brought him in on a temporary measure for like what? If they sell it in 2027, which is what, a couple of years away, plus they've already been here just over a year. So that would have been, he would have been in power for like 3 and a bit years, Sir Jim and Ineos as minority shareholders, stakeholders, but made all the sporting decisions on the pitch, everything, with the managers, the players, etc., building the football structure, just for them to sell it potentially to, you know, someone in the UAE, a consortium, or Sheikh Jassim, or whoever it may be, yeah, and them to say, right, see you later, thank you, thank you, but we got 8 billion into the sunset in LA. So yeah, and he's done worse than the Glazers as compost. Still cheaper than Chelsea season ticket, just, yeah, exactly. So look, I don't think there's any surprise in this story. I don't think there's any shock revelation about it. I just think it's interesting to note. And as we head towards this February, you know, why the 20, Laurie, well, he retweeted it, but he was saying, you know, this drag along the rights and plus why February 2027 is a notable date. That's when, you know, that clause comes off. So to maximize the returns, which would happen if they kept the club for that long and then sold it, the Glazers might consider selling Man United before February 2027. So look, I can see why this is a thing, but I still think nothing's imminent. We're still waiting on this Sheikh Jassim thing to materialize. This whole advanced stages, like Stephanie says there, let's get to 200 likes. As per usual, I don't know why. Yeah, it's not even Flecknology, but the back end of YouTube is doing that whole, you know, where it says something went wrong and it's got the picture of the purple chimp with a red hat. I don't get it. It's just silly. That bit works. When you go view activity, I'm not having it. So I can't see how many likes there are, people. And I can't bother to open up a YouTube tab and make things go wrong. That would be Flecknology. We're not doing that. But yes, let's get to 200 likes next. But even from the Sheikh, not Sheikh Jassim, sorry, the Turkey Al Sheikh situation, we still haven't seen that materialize. Like, will we ever hear anything about that? We're at 104 likes. Let's keep pushing. You know what I mean? Will that ever materialize? Is it just an empty thing from Turkey Al Sheikh that didn't materialize? He says it's possible that it might not materialize. He just knows that it's at advanced stages. And if something is at advanced stages, then you'd think that it's imminent, that it's going to happen. But clearly, it's not. Aria says Barcelona. Oh, that's a little bit of news there from the Sun. Aria says Barcelona have made the decision to sign Marcus Rashford on a permanent deal in the summer of 2026, says the Sun. We'll talk about that a little bit later. I haven't seen that. Martinez as well. Yep. Aria, you're just feeding in the news. Is expected to be medically cleared in early November. We'll see when he's back in first team training as well. We're talking about Leitra and his comeback as that gets closer. But yes, to finish off on the Glazers, wait and see, innit? It's wait and see, bro. Wait and see. Let's see what happens with what Turkey Al Sheikh says. And let's see what happens as we get closer to February 2027. I mean, we're not even near February 2026 yet. Well, we're near it, but we ain't even got past that, where there is actually a whole year left before this drag-along clause is kind of finished. Court Star says, I forgot about Leitra. I hear you on that. It is weird. You forget that he plays for us. He's been out for so long. You forget what an important player he can be. when we were playing some of our better stuff, wasn't for very long, but in that little period where he was quite integral, a couple of games in Europe, he was integral against City away, Fulham away, Liverpool away. He had that little period of games, didn't he, before he got badly injured, where he still was doing all right. Terence Pace, I forgot we still have Malacia. Yeah, I mean, he's training with the first team, but I'll be stunned if he even makes the bench, to be honest with you. Fatrice Everett says, hi, Flex, big fan. Do you still believe Amrabat is better than Declan Rice? No, I don't. HMRC was out. You know what I mean? Like I said, I went to the World Cup. You know what I'm saying? Got gassed, came back and started saying a madness. Everyone's got to be accountable for your crimes. I did say it was a guy called Lex who said that and not me. So, but I had a chat with Lex and he let me know it was an alter ego of mine. So full accountability. You know what I'm saying? Full accountability taken there. Very, very shameful. Very, very shameful. Smash a like, people. Let's talk about the situation. Actually, just quickly, on Turkey Al Sheikh, shout out Minna. I don't know what you guys are saying in the chat, but obviously Minna speaks Arabic. And she said that I was pronouncing it wrong because I think, forgive me if I'm getting this wrong, but the allow, I think it is Allah, or the al, sorry, means the. So she was saying it's saying the twice. If it's allow, it shouldn't be allow. It should be Turkey al Sheikh. But I screenshotted it to her and said, well, he spells it allow. So which one is it? Anyone who speaks Arabic in the chat, what are you saying to what Minna's saying? Minna, if you're there, big up, sis. But yeah, I've just gone with Al Sheikh because I've heard everyone say it as Al Sheikh, and then we kind of got a bit confused. And Minna was like, well, I don't know what he's doing because the way the pronunciation goes and the spelling should be just Turkey al Sheikh. But yeah, I don't know. I wanted to clear that up. I want to see what you guys are saying. But in the boxing world, I hear them say Al Sheikh. Just say Turkey. Yeah, PJ, you know what? I might just do that. I might just jump on that, bro. Minna is right. I don't speak Arabic, by the way. Okay, Samuel, big up to you. But yeah, PJ, I'm with you, bro. I'm just gonna say Turkey. Shout out Turkey. But I still might say Al Sheikh sometimes, like saying it. Harry Maguire. What are you not saying about Harry Maguire? Let's talk about Harry Maguire. The news was about his new deal. Because Man United want to keep him. He wants to stay at Man United. But there was reports from the Mirror that there was Saudi teams, an interest from Saudi offering him 500 bags a week. But he may reject that to stay loyal to Old Trafford. And he's ready to turn it down. Maguire discuss. It's getting to the end. Court star just to a yard man thing, call him Mr. Turkey. Yeah, man, Mr. Turkey, I must say that, yo, somebody that try buy Man United and ting. But I don't know. I don't see nothing yet. So me have to wait for Mr. Turkey to talk. Yeah, Mr. Turkey. Yeah, we're going to drop that, Mr. Turkey. Yeah, man. But 500 bags a week, Maguire might turn it down. Maguire's an interesting one, yeah, because it feels like we might be about to do something that we shouldn't do, which is, you know, he's been on a big contract, on the same contract. He's never had an extension, has he? He's on the same contract he's been on since he came here. Yeah, because he came... When did Maguire come here? 2019. When did Maguire sign for Man United? I don't think he's ever had an extension. This is the same contract. When did Maguire join United? Was it 2019? Yeah, 2019. So he's on the same deal. Never had an extension because he signed a long deal, right, with the option of the extra year, I think it was. So we should really... Where do you stand with the experience of Maguire and having him around the dressing room, lowering his wage demands, obviously, as well, fitting in with the new budget, versus just going in a clean new direction? I saw a report saying that Harry Maguire could drop down to like 120 because he's on like 190, basically 200, yeah. The going rate to be an experienced player and sit at Man United and be a rotation player is going to be 100 bags if you've been there for time. But I don't know. I'm not mad that he's about the place now, but I think renewing to keep him about. I think just go in a different direction. You know, I do. I do. Unless you were going to give him, which he's not obviously not going to accept. Unless you were going to give him like 60 bags a week to be a leader and fill in. But even that, I'm like, you can go and get like a youngster who, or even somebody just quicker and, you know, more agile and got a bit more to their game. You can do that with 120 grand a week. If you're saying you got 120 grand a week and you let him go, you can do that. Now, someone said there, look at Mosquera. They signed him for 13 million. 13 million. And look how good he looks. And that's Arsenal's backup. I hate to bring everything back to Arsenal, but it's a good example because someone did put it in a chat. If you're telling me you can go out there and you can get a centre back from Valencia for 13 million, and he's young, ain't Mosquera like 23 or something? Ain't he something like that? Mosquera, Arsenal. How old is he? He's playing in the under 21s team, bro. What the? Nah, look, see what I'm saying? He's 21 years of age, bro. They bought him for 13 million and he looks exceptional. And he's behind Saliba and Gabriel. So why on earth would we invest 120 million into leadership? I get you do need experienced players. You need someone around the dressing room. You do need good characters. And I think this is where we need to probably take the emotion out of it. I hear you, Joe Blackman. Joe Blackman says, I don't mind Maguire stay. I don't actually mind him staying. It's not that I'm dead against it, but I just look at the level of resource. I tell you what, you'd have to guarantee me if you keep Maguire, yeah, you'd have to guarantee me, you know, that you're gonna go and get somebody else. Now, V makes a good decision, good point. But can Mosquera teach new Man United players about the pressures that come with playing for Man United? Now, no, he can't. He's part of a new breed, the same way that Lenny Yoro couldn't teach that. De Ligt, not necessarily about Man United, but in terms of playing for big clubs and having pressure, he's played for Bayern Munich, Juventus, and was captain at, 17, 18 years of age at Ajax. So he knows about pressure. So look, I do get it, yeah, about having players that understand what it is to wear the badge. Having a player who's come through adversity and can help the youngsters and is a good trainer, a good pro. Harry Maguire is all of them things, but is it worth that level of investment of giving him, a 2-year deal at 120k a week? I'm not sure it is, guys. I'm not sure it is. I'll be honest, I'm not sure it is at all. Like, I think we have to take out the emotion that comes with it, because essentially you have to balance it, right? You have to balance. This is a new look Man United where they kind of all don't get it. Like, who do we have in there who does? Bruno understands the pressure of playing for this club, but let's be honest, the Bruno and his future doesn't feel like he's going to be here much longer. I think this is going to be his last year. Lisandro Martinez will probably stay because he's been injured for so long. He gets the pressure, I suppose, as a World Cup winner as well. Dalot, let's be honest, we need to be upgrading at wing back. He'll be seen as a good trainer and a good pro, but we need better. Luke Shaw, we need better. I mean, is Luke Shaw on? When's Luke Shaw's deal over? When did he get a Luke Shaw contract? When's his 2027? Bloody hell! Because he did get an extension, didn't he? Luke's contract set to end in June 27. He signed a 4-year deal in 23. Jesus, we just kept signing him, kept re-signing him, didn't we? 2027. So in the summer, Luke Shaw will have a year left. They'll probably just keep him and let it run out. But do you know what I mean? So the experienced guys that are there, they're probably too expensive to just have in the background. But I get it. You do need some man in there. Me personally, I'd probably let him go though. I'll lean ever so slightly. I'm not fuming if he stays, But you got to go and get me another centre half. Do you know what I mean? But if you think about sentiment, guys, technically we need to do better, really. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he's a good trainer. Yeah, he's a good pro. He showed great loyalty. He showed great, you know what I mean, mental strength to come through some of the shit that he's dealt with. That's for sure. Let's get to 200 likes, people. We're 37 away. You're doing well. Let's do it, man. But I ain't gonna lie, man. It's like we can't be scared of just like having a new look Man United. You know, we can't be scared. You have to build it. Like when Arsenal first got Gabriel, he didn't necessarily know what the pressure of playing for Arsenal was. Where'd they get Gabriel from? Was it Shakhtar? I want to say Shakhtar. Gabriel Magalhaes. Who did he used to play for? I swear he used to play for Shakhtar. Was it not Shakhtar? Oh, Dynamo Zagreb. And then he was at Lille before that. But Zagreb, right, okay, cool. It weren't Shakhtar. Don't know why I thought that. But he was at Lille before that. And he was on loan at Troyes, played one game. Dynamo Zagreb played one game. So really, you got him from Lille because he was on loan twice. Look at that. So they brought him in from Lille and in 2020. And he just took to it. You learn. You learn, innit? You learn. Like, you get guys in who learn. Saliba went on bloody 4 loans, weren't he? In Spain, Italy, in France, sorry. Do you know what I mean? Man was on 3 loans before he was ready to play for Arsenal. Calafiori. All right, they got him. Where did they get Calafiori from? I don't care, but they got him out of a team. I think he was playing in Serie A only. Was it Bologna? Someone, not Bologna. Where did he come from? You lot, the scholars, tell me where Calafiori came from. But you get my drift. They didn't buy guys that were like, do you know what it's like the pressure to play for Arsenal? Like, they're internationals. They come in and they learn a new culture. So I don't think, was it Bologna? Yeah. I don't think that we need to fixate on like, yeah, but who's going to teach these guys? Just buy good players, bro. Just buy good players and start a new culture. I'm not scared of that. Harry Maguire isn't that integral that the whole dressing room and no one will understand what they're doing if he leaves. And I mean that with like the greatest of respect because I like Harry Maguire. But we have to finish with the sentiment. Go and take that money and invest it, not into necessarily a kid that's like 18 and really doesn't know what he's doing, but you can take that money and invest it into a 24-year-old who's played a lot of games. You can take it in, you know, what's the guy Thiaw who went from he went from AC Milan to Newcastle United. He's been playing games, looks all right to me. Like, ain't he like 27 or something? 26? It's different, no flex, says Triabs. We have a calm environment. You got man like Yoro, young defender, new to the country in the firing line, having to play in the back three to a losing team. It's madness. I hear that. But if you take out what I'm saying is, I do hear that. But if you've got, so let's just break down our options, yeah? We've got Luke Shaw, who's not going to go anywhere, let's be honest. So he's experienced. If you want to go down that thing, I know he's not a great person to learn off because he's always been injured and this, that, and the other, but neither's Harry Maguire's not great. Like, you can talk about the pressures and tell man, listen, if you play shit, like, they're going to be on you and this is how you got to train. But he's not Rio. Like, we're not losing, like, do you know what I mean, that level of player. We have to be careful. So I hear that. So you got Luke Shaw, who's experienced. You got De Ligt, who's experienced. You got Mazraoui, who's experienced, played at big clubs. You got Martinez, who's experienced. That's 4 players in the back, in the centre backs. And then you got Heaven and Yoro, who are young. Then, like I say, when you let Maguire go, don't necessarily have to go and get an 18-year-old who's never been anywhere near it, even though that wouldn't be the worst because there's still enough players there that I've named who could help coach him through. Plus, you got Bruno. Well, Bruno might be gone, to be fair. I don't think Dallow's going anywhere because Amorim likes him. There's enough there for experience. You know, that I don't think it should be keeping Harry Maguire for. That's what I'm saying. So, boy, I don't know, man. I think be ruthless. I think say, listen, thank you. Your contracts come to an end. We want to go a new direction, build a new Man United, etc., etc. Only because I think 120 is too much. I think 120 is too much. Like, but I get it. He's been at Man United 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. nearly 26. So he would have been at Man United basically 7 years. You know what I mean? He's an experienced player. And them players come with a tax of, all right, you can drop my wages down from 190, but I'm not taking any less than like 120, 110s. Like, it's a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? You can get 120, you know what I mean, for a good little European centre-back that's doing all right. It's got a bit of pace about him, strong. You know what I mean? I think you can find better out there. Like I think Show says, it shows a bit of lazy scouting. So, but listen, I know they really like Maguire, and obviously Maguire is loyal and does want to stay at Man United, and he is humble in terms of he wouldn't kick up on the manager's door to be like, why am I not starting? He's a good pro, and he's not someone who's going to create an issue in the dressing room. But yeah, I hear that, Show. That's a good point. We created the tax by keeping him longer than required. Yeah, because and we've never sold him. So when it was, we couldn't. I mean, we tried to sell him to West Ham, and he's like, nope, want my payout, not going. Harry Maguire's that guy who wants to. He says it in the interviews, like he wants to play at Man United for the longest he can, because obviously the only way is down after that, in terms of stature of club and comfortability and contract. And so he's like, nah, I want to be a Man United. And I think, to be fair to him, I think that that means a lot to him, really, like him being able to, stay that long, really. Look at that. When I was talking about these things, should have changed that. There you go. A little bit of flex is a little bit of flexnology. Didn't even use the overlays. There you go. Maguire, I've been talking about it for about 20 minutes, but there you go. Wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, but I think leave. Put in the chat, leave or stay. What do you think? Yeah, Lil Yo, thanks for the memories, Harry, but peace. I do. I think we have to cut out the sentiment. We have to. Other clubs, this wouldn't even be a discussion. Do you know what I mean? Only one person saying stay, says Philly's Barbershop. Everyone else is saying leave. Terrence says I would keep. Adios, Jadira. Maguire's been one of our better posts. Fergie signings. Stay, says Sad Sack. Leave. Avi says stay. Sandy says stay. From Jamaica, big up yourself. Leave. There's way more leaves. Ultimately leave, says Joe. To be honest, but I'm not mad at him staying. Yeah, I think I'm with you. It should be leave, but if he does stay, I am not kicking up a stink. But then I would kick up a stink if he stayed and there wasn't another investment in that area. But if he stays, there probably won't be, because it'd be Harry Maguire, Aiden Heaven, unless they loan him out or something happens there, because he doesn't look like playing anytime soon. Yoro, Delict, Mazraoui plays there, even though he's multifunctional, and Martinez, and Maguire. Would I say Maguire already? I've counted 7. It's 6 or 7. I can't remember if I did Maguire twice. 6 or 7, and we play with 3 centre backs. So, yeah, we got 8 centre backs. Don't need any more. I'd say leave, man. Honestly, I'd say leave. Where are we at likes-wise, people? Let me know, because I can't see them, because YouTube's just bugging out in the back end. It's quite stupid. It's so annoying. Why does it do that? Something went wrong. You try to refresh it, still doesn't have it. Nope, it's all right on stream settings, it's all right on analytics. But when you go to viewer activity, done out. Stream health works, shopping works. Viewer activity, done out. Don't know. 190, come on, people. All right, 191 now, 9 more. Let's push to 200. We're roughly around 190-ish. So let's keep pushing, people. Let's keep doing it. Adam Wharton. I saw Steve Parish talking about Adam Wharton. He basically said that he's committed to Palace, though. He didn't say anything we didn't know. I think Steve Parish going on live on TalkSport was never going to drop a bombshell of actually, he is looking at moving. We do need the money, and if that type of money comes in, we can't turn it down. Blah blah blah. He didn't say he won't leave, but he did say that he's focused on his football. There will probably come a point where, hopefully he can play Champions League football with them. But, he'll probably want to go to another club to play Champions League football, etc. But he said he's completely focused on putting the game time in to get into the England squad. And he's focused on making sure he's a regular for Palace, obviously. And yeah, I think Adam Wharton is that type of kid where he's super focused, uber focused, and he's good at what he does, and he doesn't let the outside noise affect him. So I didn't expect anything different from there. But the Mirror did have a little bit of rumours in there saying Man United are preparing a 60 million move for Adam Wharton. The club believes an offer in that range could be enough to tempt Crystal Palace into selling. Wharton in January and Belaber in the summer. Make it happen. And that was from an aggregator. But the story was from the Mirror. Look, Steve Parris says they're not in a position where they have to sell. So getting Adam Wharton in January, where Palace are in the Conference League, doing well in the Premier League, not happening for me. I don't think we get Wharton or Belaber in January. I'll be stunned, especially not Wharton. Especially not Wharton. I mean, look, he's been linked to Real Madrid. Adam Wharton has. Is it Tony? Real Madrid, look, Transfer Daily News this is from AS. Again, there's just rumors out there. Real Madrid believe they finally found their replacement for Tony Cruz over 2 years after he left the club. The Spanish Giants view Adam Wharton as the club's long-awaited successor in midfield for Cruz, with his ability to effortlessly dictate the tempo of football matches. Now, listen, take that with a pinch of salt. But, he has been linked to Real Madrid. He has. And I don't think we should let the name Adam, shout out Adam from Forever United. But I don't think we should let the name, because his name's Adam and he's English, think that he can't go there. He's good enough. He's good enough to play in that team. Definitely. Adam Wharton's a special player. I think he's really good. And in this era of football, he could definitely go play there. Now, Belaber's struggling. We know that he's struggling. He's struggling for form. He's struggling for consistency. To the point where, like, look, PJ says signing Belaber is sus now, where we're like, don't want to get done. We don't want to get done. 100 million. Do you know what I mean? 100 million. What are we saying? Like, it feels a bit much. But if Adam Wharton's name was, I don't know, Enzo Whartonez, do you know what I mean? Or, I don't know, Adama Whartonez or something like that, people will be like, sick player. Do you know what I mean? So he's wicked, man. Adam Wharton's wicked. I really like him. I really, really like him. I think he is effortless in midfield. I do agree with that. He has a way of passing forward all the time. He can get about the park. You know what I mean? He can close people down. He can win the ball back. He is everything you want your centre midfielder to do. Do you know what I mean? I really, really like him. Pass with both feet, clean, take the ball on both feet. Obviously, he's left-footed, but he's competent on both feet really easily. He can be pressed and get out of it. Adam Wharton, very good player. 60 million? Nah, not for me. As in, I don't think that'll happen. He's got a long time left on his deal as well. Adam Wharton contract. What's he got? 2029, blood clot. 2029, bro. He's got 4 years left, probably with an option. You know what I mean? Probably with an option as well. Just found a little piece here on TNT. Wharton has also been linked with the likes of Liverpool and Real Madrid since arriving from Blackburn in 2024 in Jan, but the midfielder is tied down to a contract of 29. Paris hopes the England national can realise his Champions League dream of Palace. Yeah, and this is the same quotes. I think Adam at some point will want to play either in the Champions League with us, if we can make that happen, or probably with another club. We know this. So, yeah, I think he's going to be a hot property. But with 4 years left on his deal, 60 million ain't going to cut it, especially in January. No chance. No chance. Not a chance. You know what I mean? I can't see them doing that at all. It's 100 million, bro. 80, 90s. 80, 90s, easy. Easy for Adam Wharton. You know what I mean? He'd probably be more than Belaber now. I mean, I know it's Conference League, but man's playing in Europe. You know, he's won the FA Cup. He's won the Carabao Cup, the Community Shield. Sorry, like he's been putting it in. He has been putting it in, bro. So his stock's only going to rise. So listen, I'm happy to have him any day of the week. But 60 million in Jan, not for me. Be interesting to see what we do with Belaber in Jan, or what we do in Jan in general. Really, to be honest with you, because it's not an easy situation. But I would 100%, if there's a way we can get him, go and buy him, bro. Immediately. Adam Wharton is cold. He's exactly what Man United need. That type of player who can control a midfield. That's exactly what we need. for me. You know what I mean? I said the thing about Belaber, didn't I? I was even saying Anderson. And listen, what will happen now is because Anderson's playing in shit Forest with Ange and losing every week, people will start to not think he's that good. Do you know what I mean? No, but he's losing every week. No, I'm still ain't moved on it. I think Elliot Anderson is proper. Obviously, he needs, longer to keep doing it, as does Adam Wharton. These guys are still early in their careers. They're young players, but they're playing at a high level. Obviously, Elliot Anderson is preferred in midfield to England. For England over Adam Wharton. Adam Wharton was injured a little bit before, but got back fit, but still didn't make this one. I think if he keeps playing, he'll probably get in. But yeah, Anderson is wicked as well. I definitely have him too. And exactly, Compost. If you watch Forest, he's still playing well despite his team struggles. He is. You know what I mean? It's the same with Mainu Flakes, top player, but not in a good side, says Lil Yo, 100%. But not even just that. At least Anderson's playing. He's playing in a bad side. But yeah. Flex said he wanted Morgan Gibbs White over Mbeumo. Did I say that? I remember when Cunha was available, and I was one of the ones who was like, but can't we get Mbeumo? Why don't we get Mbeumo? It might be a bit cheaper. And I ended up being the same price. But I was like, but he's wicked. I don't remember saying that. I don't think I remember saying that. If I did, I was definitely wrong because I'd rather have Mbeumo. But Gibbs White's a good player, man. Gibbs White's a good player. I wouldn't have been mad if we got Gibbs White. I wouldn't be mad. He's a good player. Like, yeah, PJ says there. That's not even that mad. He's a good player. He's a thoroughbred 10 rather than what we're trying to do with Mbeumo, trying to make him a 10. But in our system, to be fair, I would say that with the 10s, they can, especially in Mbeumo's case, he does find himself like out wide a lot or making runs in behind. Like he can, it's not just playing as a straight central 10 where he can't go out wide. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I do hear that. Scott says, guys, Mbeumo hasn't been that great. Let's not pretend he's lighting up the Prem. I think he's been all right. I think, again, when you're in it, he's just being affected by the Man United gene of us not doing well. That I would say. He hasn't been great for that. But I think out of the shit performances we've had, I would put him in the category of doing something semi-consistently, keeping a level that he won't go below. I think his worst game was probably Fulham. I was disappointed with him in Fulham in its entirety. Other than that, Chelsea, he was good. Burnley, he scored. Sunderland, he was good with Ahmad. Got an assist in that game. Arsenal, I think he was good. He had Calafiori on toast that day, even though we didn't win. Man City had the only shot on target. Brentford was a tough day for him, but he still won the penalty that should have got Nathan Collins sent off. So I think when you look at it, I think Cunha is the one that we need to talk about. And not in like oh my God, what have we done? But like Imran says there, Mount has been better than Cunha. Not sold on this Cunha, says Michael. And All Elite says Cunha is struggling. He just needs his first goal to relax. He's snatching at everything. That's perfectly put. He's getting into some decent, positions, but he is snatching at things. Like he's trying to over-impress. And you're right. I don't think he's settled as quickly as Mbeumo. I think because of Mbeumo's playing style, it's helped him. And with what we need in running in behind, Cunha wants the ball to feet, to come short, then drive and make things happen. He's got a little bit greedy at times. Then he was injured for a couple of weeks, didn't probably help. So, yeah, he needs a goal. He needs a goal. And now Mason Mount's ahead of him. Let's be fair. Mason Mount is ahead of Matheus Cunha. And at Liverpool, the front three should be, on merit as well, by the way, it should be Mount, Mbeumo, and Šeško. And I think it probably will. He has to go with that. In fact, he has to go with the same team. I think he has to go with the same team. Me personally, I would, unless he wants to put Dorgu in for Dalot, but that I would go with the same team versus Liverpool. Obviously, Laman's in goal. I would go Ahmad right wing back, Yoro right centre back, De Ligt centre back, Luke Shaw left centre back. Dalot and Dorgu. I'd probably just edge Dorgu because he's left-footed going up and down there, and Dalot just does stupid stuff. So I'll probably just edge Dorgu. Midfield, keep it the same, Cass and Bruno. And then the front three of what I just said. Why Shaw, PJ? Well, yeah, I hear that Salah versus Shaw, but Aiden Heaven hasn't played at all. You could put Lenny Yoro there and put Mazraoui right centre back if you want. I hear that. That's fine. I don't mind that. If you want to take out Shaw, I'm not against that. But I'm not. Listen, Luke Shaw can do dumb things though. Yeah, he does melt at Anfield. To be fair, like he melted at bloody Etihad as well, didn't he? When he was playing all right. So yeah, maybe we look at that. But I can't see. I can't see Amorim going that offensive or that different. But if he plays Mazraoui, I think it'll be at the expense of like Ahmad at right wing back or Yoro. Like I think he'll go conservative. I need Amorim to be brave. Like, you know, we're in the mud anyway. This is one of the best times to play Liverpool in a place we don't win, so we'll probably lose anyway. I'm saying go for it. I'm saying go for it. With Liverpool looking this vulnerable, go for it. Ahmad and Cunha on that right side. Please at least give me that. If it goes wrong and we bottle it and we don't turn up even with that, then we can talk about the reasons why it didn't work. But I think give us the best chance. Go with the attacking players, man. That's for sure. Ayush says Glazers are using Saudi Saudi PR to make Sir Jim pay. Jim ain't paying no more. All Elite says all 4 of our centre mids could be gone by 2026. Rip it up. Yeah, it could. Kobe, Bruno, Casemiro is definitely done. And obviously Ugarte is just not great, so they could sell him. So there could be major surgery. I think Cass is obviously the definite, not going to give him a new deal. So this is his last year. I think Kobe Mainoo goes. I really do. I really do. I think he goes. I think Bruno goes as well. That's free. Ugarte might just get a stay of execution. I don't know how, because he's probably the worst out of all of them. Not probably, he is the worst out of all of them. But I don't know. I just know there's going to be major surgery there. And the most definite exit we've got is Casemiro. So we'll have to wait and see. Speaking of Kobe, obviously he's been working hard. We've seen him, you know what I'm saying, putting in the strength conditioning and stuff and training hard, but Leo thinks that he stays. Mainoo. I don't know. Like, I want to see him working hard. I just don't see where he's going to get game time, bro. I'll be honest. I'll be completely honest. Okay, January, if he's still here, and Bumo's going to go away with Cameroon. But that doesn't even mean that Bruno definitely goes one forward. Bruno could just stay where he is. And then by the time we get there, you know, he wants to play. Amorim might want to play Cunha and Mount in there. You know, maybe Xerxes could get a go in there. He might not just put Bruno there, but it means Kobe can come back in, and it means he won't play even more. So I don't see where he's going to get game time from. Why are we acting like Mainoo doesn't get game time? He's been getting 20, 30 minutes in most games. He's anonymous. He's not been getting that though, Dan. He's got that in like 2 games. Other games, he's not got like 20, 30 minutes, to be honest with you. And he's not going to get any rhythm. And people saying that like he's just got to show more in this, that, and the other. I just don't think it's a fair fight because he's up against Bruno. So for me, Kobe's not really going to be in that bracket, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes, guys. We'll see how it goes. Right. Thanks for rocking with me this morning, man. Big up yourselves. Red carpet later on. So big up to everybody who's going to be on that. Make sure you guys tune in at 7 p.m. Smash a like on the video, people. Have a blessed day. It's Monday. You know what I'm saying? It's Monday. Attack the week, man. Be strong in that week. Do your thing. And yes, we'll see you later on this evening for the red carpet. Thanks for joining us this morning. Make sure you guys drop a like on the way out. Where did we get to, chat, for the likes? Because obviously I still can't see because this thing's still doing a something went wrong business. Where did we get for likes? I don't know. I don't know. Flex, who wears the best sneakers, you or Benty? Definitely Benty. Like when he can be bothered to like put on his wicked thing, because he's got everything. He's got every shoe you can imagine, all the big boy ones. So I'm nowhere near him. I have got a big collection, but nowhere near Benty, that's for sure. He's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? He helped put me on a lot. 229. Let's get to 250 on the way out, people. Yeah. All right, people. I'm out of here. Have a blessed day. I'll catch you on DR later on if you want to check that out as well. Peace.